It's been a while since we've done the last news video, so I figured I would jump in and do a news video today as we get some updates from all over the wrestling world, including from AEW or AEW / Ring of Honor, as Blood and Guts is around the corner. I believe Blood and Guts will be taking place later this month, and the teams are still up in the air of who will be a part of what team. But what we do know is Bryan Danielson will not be a part of the BCC Takeshita Consortium because of the injury he sustained at Forbidden Door against Kazuchika Okada. And also, the Elite will need another partner to balance out and make it 5-on-5. There is a rumor going around that the Elite's partner could be long-term partner of, or former partner of Kenny Omega in Kota Ibushi, but there is questions of if Ibushi will come around and make a one-off in AEW, or if he wants to hold off coming to American Wrestling still for the time being. I think it's a question that will be answered will have to be answered sooner rather than later. But as far as where we stand with the Blood and Guts, I honestly don't think that there would be a better option to fill out the tag team or fill out the team for the Elite than Kota Ibushi, in my opinion. But both sides, both sides, to my knowledge, still have to fill out each side, and neither side is completely filled out for right now as we approach Blood and Guts. Speaking of Blood and Guts, one member of the BCC that will be a part of Blood and Guts is Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli, and later this month I am for certain that at Death Before Dishonor, Ring of Honor's next pay-per-view, Claudio Castagnoli will collide with Ring of Honor veteran Mark Briscoe for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship. And there are people abound that would love to see Mark win the Ring of Honor title and duplicate the success of his brother. I think at this point, I've said it before and I'll say it again, that Ring of Honor needs to be separated from AEW. Especially if Ring of Honor is not going to be on nationally syndicated television. There is no reason why AEW stars should be competing on Ring of Honor, and that Ring of Honor should not have its own established talent roster away from AEW. Because you may say, oh well, but the Lucha Brothers are the tag team champions and they're AEW. Well, it could also be like Ring of Honor. I mean, WWE's main roster in NXT. You have people from the main roster go down to NXT and, breathe new life into their characters. You could do the same thing with AEW and Ring of Honor. The Lucha Brothers would benefit, in my opinion, from being off of Dynamite and Rampage and Collision for a couple months and just exclusively being on Ring of Honor television. I think they would benefit from it. Claudio would benefit from not being overexposed. Talent benefits from not being overexposed. It is not a bad thing for them, it's a positive thing. 100% it's a positive thing for the talent to not be overexposed. To not be overexposed like they would be being on multiple, multiple companies' television shows. But, again, that just might be my opinion. It just might be that I have the old school approach that you don't want to overexpose the talent. Even if it helps with the ratings, do the ratings on Honor Club really matter? Or should you be developing the people of the future for AEW through Ring of Honor? I think you should be developing the people of the future in AEW with Ring of Honor. And that's why I'm not saying it's a bad thing to have Claudio as the world champion. I'm just saying eventually you got to take the belt off Claudio and let Claudio go back to just participating in AEW. Ring of Honor doesn't need Claudio Castagnoli anymore. Claudio Castagnoli needs Ring of Honor. Because the reality is, Claudio's a bigger star in Ring of Honor than he will ever be in AEW. And that's not a slight on Claudio. That's reality. The reality is, it's a smaller pond in Ring of Honor, and it's a bigger pond in AEW. That's the difference. That's the difference. But also with with AEW, Colt Cabana has officially returned to to AEW programming as a coach and producer. He has not been in action, I believe, since November when he had that health scare in his match with Chris Jericho. But Colt is an asset from the standpoint of being a coach, and I think, honestly, he should be with Ring of Honor rather than AEW, but that's just me, not because of Punk or anything. It's because of his history with Ring of Honor and working that style that Ring of Honor is known for. He is more known for that, so he should be helping the youngsters in Ring of Honor rather than helping the vets in AEW. But again, that's just my opinion. Speaking of AEW, though, the former TBS champion Jade Cargill, we spoke about this in our previous news video. Jade Cargill is off TV for the foreseeable future and does not have a timetable for her return. It is not anything bad. Jade was one of the featured talents for the last 2 years almost in AEW, so giving her a little time away is not a bad thing. It's a fantastic thing, because it'll allow the people to get the opportunity to miss her and not have it where everybody's just wondering when she's going to go away. Like I'm sure they were thinking, when is she going to lose the title? But the fact of the matter is, she's gone now, she's not coming back anytime soon, and I think I said this in the last news video, that I think Jade could be gone for the remainder of 2023. But again, that's just my opinion. That is it as far as AEW news. I will say that WWE is... Well, I will also say that with AEW's Fight Forever video game, it's gotten mixed reviews, and I think that adding the Stadium Stampede edition will add a personal touch to the game that the game may have been missing, but at the same time, I don't like the arcadey type games, and I'm not saying that AEW Fight Forever is an arcadey type game, but it does have aspects to it that is arcadey, and I have no interest in playing a game that is arcadey, because I don't like my wrestling games to be arcadey. I like my wrestling games to be realistic. The one aspect that I do like is the weapon system. They do have different weapons. They have weapons that I wish WWE would have added 15 years ago, but I understand why they don't. At the same time, it's just basically my way of saying I have no interest in buying Fight Forever. As far as WWE's new video game, 2K23, I've talked about it, I've thought about it, I just don't know if I want to do it, because I don't know if I actually need it. At least right now. But with that being said, in my opinion, do I think AEW needs to sign somebody to fill in the Blood and Guts for the sanctity of the, giving it somebody they trust, giving it somebody this? Do they need a big signing for it? No. Would filling out the team with a signing make sense? Yes. That's the difference. That's all I gotta say. Does it need to be Kota Ibushi? I think Ibushi would make the most sense. But if it's going to be a one-off for Ibushi, I think people will be disappointed that it's just going to be a one-off. That's all I'm going to say. And as far as Death Before Dishonor is concerned, I think Mark Briscoe should win the Ring of Honor World title, and nothing will change my mind. Either way, and yes, it is partially because I think Claudio Castagnoli should just be on one program and not both, and that there should be a decisive split between AEW and Ring of Honor, not a where you jump between or where certain people are on both or whatever the case is. It should be one roster and one roster, not one roster where other people go on the other roster. Because Ring of Honor should be starting to develop its own brand and its own identity away from AEW. And you can't do that if you have people that are known for AEW unless you make clear that people like the Lucha Brothers are just going to be on Ring of Honor and that's it. And then once they lose the Ring of Honor titles, they'll go back to AEW. Like, basically, it's a break for them from AEW. You got to split and you got to make it decisive because otherwise it doesn't make sense to have them jump between and it negatively affects Ring of Honor, in my opinion. But with that being said, we got another news video to come, and it's just going to be exclusively WWE, so I will see you in the next video.